How did you turn the tables on your ex who accused you of cheating? My phone blew up on Saturday with the wildest accusation. Is it true? Did you cheat on Jacob? I sat back stunned as to how people could even think that I could cheat, let alone cheat on my boyfriend Jacob, who has been by my side for 5 years. My heart raced as I scrolled up through the group chat, wondering how this all started. Then I saw it. Jacob's long message talking about how heartbroken he was to find me cheating on him with some guy at another friend's party last night. What the heck are they talking about? I wanted to scream. First of all, I wasn't even at that party. I was home eating Thai food and watching Netflix, feeling anxious about our relationship, but the messages from our friends continued flooding in. Nobody believed me. My denial sounded desperate, guilty. Jacob wouldn't even answer my calls. He just went ahead and changed his relationship status on every social media page, removing photos of us together in one ready sweep. I sat back watching my whole world just suddenly crash over something I never did and felt so hurt. The only person who listened was my best friend Naomi. Girl, I believe you. You're not like that, she texted before advising, but maybe take some time away from the group to let things cool down. I'll talk to Jacob for you. She was right. The friend group had already picked sides, and I was the villain. But I also couldn't just leave things like this. I knew I needed proof, not just my word against his. So I retraced my own steps from last night. I screenshotted my DoorDash order from 9:47 p.m., right around the start of the party. My Netflix history showing I'd started The Office at around 8 and autoplayed until 2. Even my iPhone screen time showed I'd spent 4 hours on TikTok between 10 and 2, exclusively watching funny cat videos. My pathetic Google search history was the most embarrassing evidence, full of questions about my relationship, about the process of getting a cat, and a few pretty depressing stuff. But I was building my alibi, so F it, that gets included too. The only problem was, while I was building up my case, I found other things. Suspicious things that had been scratching at my brain for weeks. Jacob had posted an Instagram story that night, which he deleted after a few minutes. I managed to save it to show my mom his new haircut, not knowing that what I had was the answer to this messy little lie. I stared at his picture, bawling my eyes out when I noticed something in the background that seemed familiar. Not only were those not his apartment walls, but the fairy lights and bohemian tapestry were the exact ones from my best friend Naomi's room. My tears dried instantly, and I went full Sherlock on them. Jacob's Uber receipts showed 4 trips to Naomi's apartment in the past month, all during my work hours. His credit card statement had other suspicious charges. Flowers I never received, Plan B pills that someone infertile like me would never need, and dinner dates on nights I was away with colleagues. All the facts were clear. They hadn't just hooked up, they'd been having a full affair, and now they needed me gone to be together officially. Sure, fine, I can leave, but not without dragging their bodies into the ground too. So while most people would just walk away, I wanted revenge. I created a Google Voice number and texted Naomi at a time I knew Jacob would be busy at work. Can't do this anymore. Meet me at our cafe at 7 tonight. Let's go public. Only text me here. Then texted Jacob as Naomi. I'm done hiding. Coffee at 7. Wearing the bracelet you gave me. Only text me here. Once they replied, it was time to set the stage. I asked a friend to join me after a bit of convincing. I promise I'm telling the truth. Just give me an hour, and if it fails, you won't hear from me forever. We hid in the back of the cafe waiting silently. I watched her jaw drop when Naomi walked through the doors in her best dress, checking her lipstick, followed by Jacob, who arrived with roses, wearing the shirt I'd bought him. They saw each other and their faces lit up. They immediately kissed while I clicked away on my phone. Why did you call me over here? Jacob asked. Naomi raised an eyebrow. What? No, you called me over. Jacob shook his head and opened his phone to show the messages. Naomi laughed nervously and showed her texts with the Google Voice number. While they compared phones, realizing neither had texted the other, I posted everything to the group chat. The receipts, the Instagram story, the Plan B, the flowers I never got, and the cherry on top, the kissing picture with the caption, "First official date right now at the local cafe. Finally public. Clapping emoji. Clapping emoji." The group chat was outraged, completely betrayed by the 2 lies. The friend who was with me couldn't sit back any longer, added fuel to the fire in the chat as the eyewitness, and even got up and yelled at them in front of the entire cafe. 3 weeks later, I heard through the grapevine that Jacob and Naomi were already fighting. Trust issues, apparently. Shocking. Jacob had the audacity to text me last week saying Naomi was psycho, and he'd made a mistake. I screenshotted it and sent it to Naomi with a heart emoji. They wanted each other so badly they destroyed a 5-year relationship and a lifelong friendship. Now they're stuck with each other, knowing they're both cheaters. That's a life sentence I wouldn't wish on anyone. Well, except them.